Darry and Trish Jenner cruise down a desolate highway, the landscape stretching into infinity. The monotony of the drive is shattered by the sudden roar of an old, rusty truck. The truck bears down on them, nearly forcing them off the road. An ominous feeling settles over them as the unsettling truck disappears into the distance. The highway stretches the sky, a silent witness to secrets untold. An abandoned church stands guard over the land. Darry and Trish pass by. Their eyes are drawn to a figure hunched with grim purpose. The figure is hunched over, absorbed in an unspeakable act. Darry's brow furrows, a storm of curiosity and unease brewing within him. Darry glances at Trish, a silent question hanging heavy in the air between them. Despite Trish's unspoken plea, Darry's gut churns with a force he cannot ignore, pulling him toward the unknown. At the maw of a rusted drainage pipe, Darry's cautious gaze pierces the darkness. Trish, a short distance away, wraps her arms around herself. Darry vanishes into the pipe, leaving Trish in a growing unease. Time stretches into an eternity of anxious shifting for Trish. The abandoned church looms in the background. Darry enters the dust-filled basement of the abandoned church, where shadows stretch and twist like tormented souls. He stops, his breath catching in his throat. Grotesque tapestries line the walls, promising untold horrors. The horrifying truth dawns on him. The tapestries are not woven fabric, but hundreds of bodies sewn into the church walls. His eyes widen in disbelief and terror as the sickening realization washes over him. The chilling gravity of his discovery hits him, threatening to consume him. Darry bursts from the abandoned church, his face a mask of terror and dirt. He seizes Trish's arm, his grip tight with desperate urgency. Trish stumbles, her eyes wide with the unspeakable horrors they have witnessed. "We need to leave, now." Darry's voice cracks with raw fear. He pulls Trish along, their escape a desperate flight from the unholy. Together, they flee, leaving behind the church and its unspeakable secrets. Darry and Trish are speeding down the highway, their car a desperate blur against the asphalt. The engine roars, pushing the vehicle to its limits as they seek to outrun the terror behind them. The ominous truck looms larger in the rearview mirror, a dark predator closing in with relentless speed. Panic tightens its grip as the truck relentlessly closes the distance, its presence a looming shadow of dread. The chase intensifies, a high-speed dance of desperation and dread as the stakes soar with each passing moment. Each second escalates the peril, their escape hanging precariously in the balance as the relentless truck bears down. Under the relentless sun, Darry and Trish arrive at a desolate gas station, the cracked asphalt mirroring their growing unease. Darry struggles to find a signal on his phone, his hands trembling with a mix of fear and urgency. Trish nervously surveys the deserted gas station, her eyes wide with growing apprehension. A strange woman emerges from the shadows, her eyes filled with frantic warning. "You're in danger. Something evil is after you. You need to leave now." Under the harsh glare of fluorescent lights, Darry and Trish sit rigidly in the sterile police station, their faces etched with unease. A psychic enters, her piercing gaze cutting through the silence, commanding immediate attention. Her voice, a low resonant hum, fills the room with dread. "It's coming, I can feel it. Something ancient, something evil." The psychic reveals the horrifying truth. Every 23 years, for 23 days, it hunts. Under the cloak of night, a police convoy advances along the desolate highway. From the inky sky, the creeper descends, its leathery wings slicing through the silent air. Chaos erupts as cars swerve wildly, colliding in a symphony of destruction. The monstrous figure attacks with supernatural speed and strength, a harbinger of doom. Screams pierce the night as the highway transforms into a scene of twisted metal and shattered hopes. The highway becomes a symphony of destruction. The once orderly convoy descends into a scene of twisted metal. Under the flickering fluorescent lights, a sense of dread permeates the police station, casting long shadows across the faces of Darry, Trish, and the remaining officers. They frantically barricade doors and windows, transforming the station into a fortress against the impending threat. Every creak of the aging building amplifies their fear, each sound a chilling reminder of their vulnerability. The air grows heavy with tension as they brace for the inevitable, the unknown attacker lurking just beyond the barricades. The police station's silence is shattered, the creeper's presence a wave of dread. He moves with chilling purpose, hunting down the remaining survivors. Shadows dance and flicker, amplifying suspense with each creak. The air grows heavy, thick with the scent of fear and blood. Every corner holds potential horror, every sound a harbinger of doom. The fluorescent lights cast a harsh glare across the abandoned police station, highlighting Darry and Trish's mounting fear. A chilling scrape of metal echoes through the station, amplifying their terror as they scramble for cover. Darry cautiously peers around the corner, his breath held, but finds only emptiness. He turns to warn Trish, only to find she has vanished, and panic explodes in his eyes. Trish finds herself trapped, her breaths echoing loudly in the confined space. The creeper towers above Trish, a figure of pure dread. Trish lifts her hands in a desperate gesture, her eyes wide with raw terror. The creeper advances, its shadow consuming Trish entirely. Darkness descends, as Trish's last hope fades into nothingness. The room plunges into a chilling silence, the aftermath of a nightmare realized. Inside the police station, a final stand begins as Darry and Trish prepare, backs against each other. The creeper's overwhelming strength and speed become apparent. Darry and Trish brace themselves, ready to confront the creeper. Their bravery alone is not enough to combat the creeper. In the abandoned church, the creeper looms, a figure of nightmare standing over the defeated Darry and Trish. A grotesque act begins as the creeper prepares to sew Darry's eyes onto its own body. Darry lies prone, utterly helpless as the creeper begins its horrifying work. Trish watches in terror, unable to intervene as the unthinkable unfolds before her eyes. Under the silent gaze of the moon, an abandoned church stands, a haunting monument to time. The stillness is shattered by the distant rumble of an approaching truck, its silhouette mirroring a harbinger of dread. The truck speeds down the highway, its presence a chilling echo of a nightmare reborn. As the truck disappears into the night, it leaves behind a lingering sense of dread, a promise of horrors yet to come. The abandoned church looms in the background, its shadow stretching across the silent landscape, a silent sentinel. The highway stretches endlessly into the horizon, a pathway for nightmares and a stage for the creeper's return.